Good evening, you're watching News Today. I am Preeti Chaudhary. The Court of Arbitration of Sports has accepted Vinesh Phogat's plea for a joint silver medal. They will hear the plea tomorrow at 1:30 Indian Standard Time. But is this a ray of hope, or really we shouldn't read in much into it? That's what's up for discussion in the next 40 minutes. Some fabulous news came in from Paris this evening. India has won the bronze in hockey, scripting history. The hockey team has clinched the bronze. This is the second consecutive bronze. They had it in Tokyo 2020 and they've converted it again in 2024. Prime Minister Modi's already called on Indian hockey team. Prime Minister Modi says their success is a triumph of skill, perseverance and team spirit. They showed immense grit and resilience. Congratulations to all the players.
इस बार भी हमने प्रगति की है और मुझे पक्का विश्वास है कि अब हॉकी के वो पुराना जो स्वर्णिम काल था वो फिर से आप लोग वापस लेके आएंगे तो मुझे पक्का विश्वास हो गया है।
जी बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल लेके आएंगे सर। थैंक यू सर।
हमारे श्रीजे से
जी साहब
घोषित कर दी है। जी
साथ में ही सर कर लीजिए सर।
हेलो सर।
श्रीजेश है वहाँ?
यस सर, श्रीजेश बात कर रहा हूँ सर।
कैसे हो भैया?
एकदम बढ़िया सर। कंग्रेचुलेशन सर।
बधाई हो आपको।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
आपकी कमाल, आपने निवृत्ति घोषित कर दी आखिरी में।
यस सर।
लेकिन आपको नई टीम तैयार करनी होगी भैया।
यस सर, यस सर।
देखिए, मैं एक बात तो आज जरूर कहना चाहूंगा, 10 खिलाड़ियों के साथ ब्रिटेन की लड़ाई आपकी, मुझे लगता है हिंदुस्तान का हॉकी को समझने वाला हर बच्चा इसको हमेशा याद रखेगा।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर।
और इसको एक उदाहरण के रूप में माना जाएगा और मैं मानता हूँ कि दुनिया में भी हॉकी की चर्चा होगी तो ये आपकी क्वार्टर फाइनल के मैच का तो जरूर जिक्र आएगा।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू सर।
और मैं सच बता दूं, अच्छा टीम स्पिरिट भी दिखाई दिया और आपने बिल्कुल जमकर के, और मैं देखा कि एक बार हारने के बाद थोड़ा मोरल डाउन हो जाता है, लेकिन आपने 24 घंटे में फिर से अपने आप को रिकवर करके ताकत से निकल पड़े आप लोग।
यस सर।
जी सर।
देखिए, देश को बड़ा गर्व हो रहा है आप लोगों पर और मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत बधाई है सबको।
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
सबकी तबीयत तो ठीक है ना? कोई इंजरी नहीं हुई ना?
नहीं सर, सब एकदम बढ़िया सर। सब लोग इधर आपको सुन रहे सर, सब खुश है, सब आपका कॉल का इंतजार में था सर।
मैं सबको मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत बधाई दे रहा भैया।
भारत माता की जय।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू। माता की जय सर।
थैंक यू सर।
चलिए सरपंच साहब, बहुत बहुत बधाई फिर से।
थैंक यू सो मच सर। थैंक यू सो मच सर। थैंक यू।
All those heartwarming visuals coming in from Paris of the Prime Minister speaking to the Indian hockey team after they have clinched a consecutive bronze medal. But somebody else whose morale is also rather down but not out is Vinesh Phogat. She is gunning for silver. Like I pointed out, the CAS, the Court of Arbitration of Sports, has accepted Vinesh Phogat's plea. The hearing on Vinesh's plea will be on for a joint silver tomorrow. This hearing will begin at 1:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. India has pushed for their own legal representation in this hearing. That's the latest that we are getting in. All of this, viewers, coming at a time after Vinesh Phogat, in a very emotional tweet, came out and said on Twitter that she is retiring and apologized to the country for not bringing a medal back. But there is a ray of hope. The CAS has accepted her plea and will be hearing it tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. All eyes on that. Meanwhile, snatched on the cusp of Olympic glory, Vinesh Phogat, a name synonymous with excellence, quit, bids farewell to the sport that defined her. While Vinesh was denied an Olympic medal with a mere 100 grams of being overweight, her silver medal hopes are still alive. Small, but still alive. Here's a report on the journey of India's wrestling trailblazer.
Between Vinesh Phogat and Olympic glory were just 100 grams. India's countless appeals to salvage something for her fell on deaf ears as a dejected Vinesh announced her retirement from wrestling, calling time on a medal-laden career sans Olympic success. Her route to Paris was filled with obstacles. Much of 2023 was all about protests against the then WFI chief. She was beaten and dragged by the police and nearly immersed all her medals in the Ganga River. In all of this, she even underwent a knee surgery and missed the Asian Games in 2023. Despite all of this, Vinesh remains one of India's greatest ever wrestlers. In a senior career spanning 11 years, Vinesh has multiple accolades to her name. She's the first Indian woman wrestler to participate in 3 Olympics and the first to reach an Olympic final. Vinesh is also the first Indian woman wrestler to win gold at the Asian Games in 2018. The sport she loves the most could not give her the ideal send-off, but Vinesh Phogat, for all that she's done, steps away from the mat, leaving more than 1 billion people proud of her efforts. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Vinesh Phogat had approached the CAS, the Court of Arbitration of Sports, for a joint silver medal. Her plea has been accepted, and the court will begin hearing tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Now, do we look at this as a ray of hope for Vinesh Phogat, who so deserves her silver medal, or at least a silver medal? Or should we look at it as something that's really not going to happen, keeping in mind past precedents in history? Let's cut across right now to our panelists. Joining me, Rahul Mehra, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court; Pradeep Magazine, Senior Sports Journalist; Divya Kakran, Asian Games and CWG medalist wrestler. Rahul Mehra, I want to come to you first. So tomorrow is the first hearing of Vinesh's plea. What can we expect? And how long will this hearing go on? Because now word coming in, this could even span, not just days but weeks at end.
Well, I think it's going to be a hearing where, in case Vinesh has to get justice, it has to be a quick, short, hearing where everything is heard on both sides. It's not a very complicated matter. The entire thing is stacked up against Vinesh for the simple reason that there is probably no such precedent in the past, and the rules are pretty clear. But I think miracles do happen. Some miracles, Vinesh, through her hard work and through her blood, sweat, she had shown us a couple of days back on the wrestling mat, where she defeated, the unbeaten 82 bouts champion, the European champion and the Pan American champion, back-to-back 3 bouts.
Rahul, you're having a bit of a problem with your audio. We're going to try and correct that. While we do it, I want to go to Pradeep Magazine there. Pradeep Magazine, taking off from what Rahul Mehra was also saying, it's going to take a miracle if we're going to look at joint silver for Vinesh Phogat. She might have won hearts, but ultimately the big dream for any sports person is to be on the podium, which she had earned. We can be tempted to look away from the rule book, but ultimately rules will be rules.
Yes, I think you are right. And despite we all Indians would hope, and it not just in India, all across the world, there are voices which are saying that injustice has been done to Vinesh. And they feel that these weighing in rules, which also changed later when there was, because earlier there used to be 1 day wrestling bouts. So the weigh-in would take place in the morning and there was no second weigh-in. So this time, because the final in the last few years, the final is a 2-day, final is shifted to the next day. So the weigh-in takes place again. The world feels that this is not right because of the simple reason that all lifters, wrestlers, boxers, majority of them play in a weight category which is lesser than their actual weight, because it gives them an advantage of being stronger but playing in a lesser weight category. And it's across. It's not cheating. It is generally done. They reduce their weight genuinely and they fight. A lot of people are suggesting that the next day weigh-in rule should be changed and allowance should be given for a 1 kg increase, because weight is never static. Preeti, even if you weigh yourself in the morning and weigh yourself in the evening, you'll realize there is a difference. And if you're exercising, post-exercise, your weight might dip by 1.5, 2 kgs even. But keeping in mind the fact that there is a rule which the wrestling body has established, especially for Olympics, because in World Championships, 2 kg weight is allowed. Allowance is made in certain conditions, but in Olympics, they are very strict. So I doubt whether CAS, as it is known, would overturn the decision, but let's hope they do, because Vinesh has genuinely won her bouts. On all the bouts she has won, she was not overweight. She was within the 50 kg weight limit. So it appears cruel to us. It appears cruel to many in the world that such a fantastic boxer, wrestler who defeated and kind of a legend of wrestling in the first round, who was unbeaten for 82 bouts. She made a final, and we know under what circumstances has she fought, what she did in India, what Indian state did to her. We all know, and it's such a great fighter. She already is a big legend in India now, regardless of whether she gets silver or not. I think she weighs in more than even gold for her.
Mr. Magazine, in that sense, you're right, because maybe not to the podium, but she's made her way into Indian sporting folklore, definitely. But Rahul, I want to get you back into this conversation, because if we focus on this, the plea which is going to be heard by the CAS tomorrow, the big question will be, because if you go by past precedents, it seems improbable that the decision would be overturned. But could there be compassionate grounds? And that could be exercised. So is there a sliver of hope there that we have, that maybe compassionate grounds it would be seen? Because if you look at it, the decision was made very cut and dry as per the rules. But there is room for compassion here, especially with what Vinesh's journey has been, and that she weighed on the morning of those 3 bouts before the final. She was well within the weight category.
So I think what is heartening, Preeti, is the fact that, the plea is admitted. It could have been dismissed in limine as well. So that gives me some ray of hope. Maybe there is some magical experience that India is going to experience in a day or two. All I can say is the precedents and the rules are stacked up against India and Vinesh. But irrespective of that, I think the rule is obnoxious, as I have maintained right from the beginning. It's completely arbitrary, and it is extremely unfair. As Pradeep was saying, on the day when she was weighed, her weigh-in was 49.9, and it was below 50. So it was fair and square. I can understand an athlete later is found to have doped. There is some artificial substance which you've taken to enhance your performance. That's not the case in Vinesh's bouts. And therefore, if you have won it, fair and square on the day of the competition, how can you, as a federation, take away that fair bouts result and turn it around and say, because our rules say so, And we agree, it could be arbitrary, it could be whimsical, it could be, unethical, it could be absolutely unfair, but we stick by our rules. Surely the federation is entitled to stick by the rules, but we are in a court of law today. And whatever the Court of Arbitration for Sport will decide, that will be binding on IOC. IOC is the one which conducts Olympics, Asian Games, Commonwealth Games.
But will they overturn?
So
that's the big
at
question.
the end of the day,
it's rarely
I think it's
right.
not.
Yes, go ahead. Make your point.
But I want to just leave a thought with your viewers. It is not about how Vinesh has been treated at the international level. It is about the run-up in the last couple of years, and I've been fighting her case over the last 6 months, and Bajrang Punia's, Sakshi Malik's in the Delhi High Court. And, if you look at the facts, the way they are stacked up against our absolute legends, these are greatest of all time wrestlers in India. These are champions who have won Olympic medals, who are Olympians, who are Asian medalists, not once, but not twice, not thrice. They are Commonwealth gold medalists. They are Padam Shris, and they are Khel Ratnas. This is the elite of Indian athletes that we are talking about.
Right.
And I shudder to think if Indian state can be hand in glove with the Wrestling Federation of India in supporting Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh's crony, who is the suspended body's president, Sanjay Singh, currently who's the president of Wrestling Federation of India, who has absolutely no shame. And these, people go on public exchequer money, and they go and have a blast in wherever in the world these games are happening.
Rahul, that's a conversation that needs to be had.
And WFI.
No, Rahul, that's a conversation that needs to be had on a separate platform, and it should definitely be had. But when it came down to Vinesh, you and I both know better that her entire team, that her support staff really wasn't the WFI. She had her own private staff, from nutritionist to her coach. It was all her own.
Allow me to just mention one aspect. It has never happened in Indian history. It doesn't happen globally that the federation's support staff is not the one which is looking after the national athletes. Why did the federation bring the state of affairs to such an extent where your elite athletes have zero confidence? In fact, on an affidavit, it has been stated in the court that we are scared that our food and our drinks might be spiked by none other but these people. Now, can you imagine the level of mistrust that you have? And then
it needs to be looked into.
And then you ask people to perform at the India and international level.
There is a sense, there are a lot of people who are blaming the WFI and the Federation right now for what went down in that, a span of 14 hours in Paris, where she was to cut weight. But that really isn't the responsibility of the WFI, Rahul. That's my limited point. But, I'm going to come back. Allow me to bring in...
No, I'm sorry, it is. That responsibility was shunned because there was mistrust, and that mistrust is the doing of the
there was distrust between the Federation and Vinesh, and that was very obvious in months that led up to the Olympics. I want to bring in Divya Kakran as well. Divya, ultimately, we can say that she's made history. She's written herself into the annals of sporting history. She's a legend. We can say what come may, but for a sports person, the ultimate dream is to stand on the podium and see your country's flag go up. What is it that now India can do to make up for what has really happened with Vinesh?
देखिए कि जो विनेश जी ने किया है वो वाकई में आप सोच नहीं सकते कि कितनी बड़ी बात है, क्योंकि हमारे देश की पहली ऐसी खिलाड़ी बनी है कुश्ती जगत में जो उसमें फाइनल में गए हैं वो, और उन्होंने सिर्फ 3 किलो वजन नहीं घटाया, उन्होंने 8 किलो वजन घटाया, जो कि किसी को नहीं पता है अभी। और वो जब 2-3 महीने से वो वजन घटा रहे थे, 50 kg तो उनका आ चुका था, पर लेकिन अगले दिन ही उनको फिर दोबारा वेट दिखाना था। उसी दिन कुश्ती लड़ना, वजन घटाना और रिकवरी करना, 3-3 बाउट उन्होंने जीती है। उन्होंने एक वाक्य में ऐसा काम किया, 14 साल से एक लड़की की अब तक कोई उसको नहीं हरा पाया है, और मुझे नहीं लगता कि आगे कोई हरा पाएगा, क्योंकि जो काम उन्होंने किया है वो मुझे नहीं लगता कोई कर सकता है। और सच में वो जो 2020 में टोक्यो में ओलंपिक्स हो रहे थे, 41-0 से जो जापानी की लड़की थी उसने सबको बाहर किया था, और आज यहाँ पे पेरिस में पहली कुश्ती में हमारे देश की जो लेजेंड बन चुकी है उन्होंने उसको 2-1 से बाहर निकाला है, तो ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है और मैं चाहती हूँ कि उनको सिल्वर मेडल जरूर दिया जाए, क्योंकि वो सिल्वर तक उन्होंने जो सफर किया है, वजन तो उन्होंने दिखाया है ना, फाइनल में तो वो गई थी ना 50 किलो ही दिखा के गई थी, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि वो 50 किलो जो उन्होंने वजन दिखाया, अगले दिन जो 100 ग्राम की भूल रही है उसके कारण उनकी पूरी जो जिंदगी है वो सारी खत्म हो जाएगी उसके कारण, तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि उनको सिल्वर मेडल जरूर दिया जाए।
दिव्या, जो आप कह रही हैं सही कह रही हैं कि लेजेंड ही नहीं है, और जो कह रहे हैं वन ऑफ द बेस्ट, वन हैज टू एक्सेप्ट शी वाज वेयर द वुमेन रेसलर्स इन द करंट डेट आर कंसर्न द ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ ऑल टाइम्स, बिकॉज शी हैज बीन द फर्स्ट वुमेन रेसलर इन द कंट्री टू एंटर फाइनल्स इन ओलंपिक्स, सो लेट्स गेट दैट क्लियर, एंड दैट शी वाज वेल विद इन हर वेट लिमिट। पर दिव्या, जो उन्होंने एक ट्वीट करा है कि वो रिटायर कर रही हैं, एक बहुत ही इमोशनल ट्वीट है जो कह रही हैं कि मां कुश्ती मेरे से जीत गई, मैं हार गई, माफ करना, आपका सपना, मेरी हिम्मत सब टूट चुका है, इससे ज्यादा ताकत नहीं रही है अब, अलविदा कुश्ती 2001 से 2024 तक, आप सबको हमेशा, आप सबकी श्रेणी रहूंगी माफी। आपको लगता है कि विनेश फोगाट ने ये जज्बातों में ट्वीट किया है क्योंकि एक इतना बड़ा फैसला लेना कि रिटायर हो रही हैं?
देखिए, हम भी उन्हें बचपन से ही जानते, जब से हमने देखा है, ये उन्होंने जज्बात होके या फिर भावुकता में आके नहीं ये फैसला लिया है। एक इंसान कब तक लड़ सकता है? हमने देखा है 2016 में जब वो रियो में गई थी, उनके पैर में चोट लग गई थी, तो उस टाइम पे आप सोच नहीं सकते, इतनी मेहनत करके इंसान ओलंपिक तक पहले क्वालिफाई करता है, उसके बाद वजन घटाता है, वजन घटाना सबसे बड़ा टारगेट रहता है, फिर ओलंपिक में जाता है, कैसे ना कैसे करके। लोग तो कितने ही जो लड़कियां स्टेट पार नहीं कर पाते, नेशनल पार नहीं कर पाते, एशिया मेडल नहीं ला पाते, तो जो लड़की इतनी मेहनत करके ओलंपिक में गई है, पहले ही ओलंपिक में चोट लग जाती है, फिर दोबारा 4 साल कड़ी मेहनत करती है, 20 में जाते हैं, फिर चोट लग जाती है, उनको दिमाग में भी कुछ उन्होंने उस टाइम पे बताया था कोई दिक्कत हो चुकी थी वजन की वजह से, फिर वो 4 साल मेहनत करते हैं, फिर आते हो और कैसे ना कैसे करके वो फाइनल में भी पहुंचते हैं सबको हरा के, पर लेकिन फाइनल में जाके पूरी रात वजन घटा के 16 साल जो इन्होंने अपना ओलंपिक का सफर किया है, उसमें भी ना मेडल मिलना, तो मैं मान सकती हूँ कि वो अंदर से टूट चुकी है इस चीज को लेके, क्योंकि एक इंसान कब तक इतनी मेहनत कर सकता है, कब तक तपस्या कर सकता है, तो वो मैं फील कर सकती हूँ एक रेसलर होने के नाते कि उनके अंदर जिदारी बहुत है कि वो इतना भी बोल पाए, इतना कर पाए, जो उन्होंने देश के लिए किया है, ये सच में बहुत बड़ी बात है, और हम सब इसको हमेशा जिंदगी भर ध्यान रखेंगे। और पहली लेजेंड वही है, चाहे मेडल उनको सिल्वर मेडल दे या ना दे, पर ये इतिहास के पन्नों में जरूर लिखा जाएगा कि पहली जो ओलंपिक में फाइनल में पहलवान पहुंची थी वो विनेश फोगाट ही पहुंची थी, चाहे किसी का गोल्ड भी आ जाए, पर लेकिन पहली खिलाड़ी वो ही रहेगी।
सही कह रही हैं आप। प्रदीप मैगजीन, you know, the sheer fact is, as heartbreaking as it was to see the disqualification of Vinesh Fogart yesterday, what was a bigger heartbreak was to read her tweet this morning, because, you know, for the first time in the months, and we've seen her both on the mat and off it, it seemed that collectively we had crushed her spirit.
Well, it's quite sad. Her individual story from her perspective. She's been a tremendous wrestler, probably one of the greatest India has had. Her Olympic journey, as Divya described earlier, has been incredible despite injuries. She reduced her weight. She went and fought. She is in multiple medal winners in Asian Games, Commonwealth Games. So from her perspective, the battle she was fighting at home against the federation, against the Indian state. She was maligned. I mean, what more sad can it be that such a champion athlete is being called a liar and maligned and dragged on the streets of Delhi by the Delhi police. Yet she had the courage, the strength to go to Olympics, to qualify for Olympics by her own right and enter the final. It's incredible. Right. But her story may be sad, but it's very inspiring as well. I think Vinay should look at the other aspect of it, that the respect, the admiration she has earned across the wrestling world, and obviously, especially in Indians, is huge. Even a gold medal wouldn't have earned her that much of respect as what she has done, the way she has done, she has achieved. You know, so it's an incredible feat, and salutes to her.
Well, incredible feat and salute to her, and we are still hoping to hang on to that ray of hope where the CAS, who's admitted her plea for a joint silver, which is going to be heard tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. India Standard Time. We're going to get you the latest on that. That something comes off it. Let's hope for a miracle there because destiny cheated her off it. Let's hope it's delivered. Thank you for our three guests for joining us. And, you know, I would reckon Abhinav Bindra, Olympian, had, when he met her today, tweeted, and we'll put that out for our viewers as well. And I just want to, you know, he's written an open letter to Vinesh, and he says in the end, not all victories look alike. Some end up as a glittering souvenir in a cabinet, but the ones that matter more find their way into stories that we tell our children. And every child in this country will know the champion you are. Every child will grow up wanting to face life with the resilience you've displayed. All right, so with that, there's also a fair amount of politics because this is just about the sports. There is so much politics back home where Vinesh Fogart is concerned, be it on the mat or off it. Vinesh Fogart has proven herself to be a force to reckon with. Her tragic disqualification from the Paris Olympics has triggered a fierce government versus opposition fight, which has reached in the parliament. Now, once again, the state of Haryana and the elections, which are impending in the next 2 months there, coming in. Vinesh's home turf, the fight is peaking. Is this how India should honour Vinesh Fogart with politics?
Vinesh Fogart was on the streets more than a year ago, fighting for justice for fellow athletes who were victims of alleged sexual harassment by then wrestling chief and ruling party MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. While she won admirers in thousands, her rebellion became a sore point for the BJP. And when Vinesh was tragically disqualified in the 50 kg wrestling Olympic final after being overweight by 100 grams, the heartbreak became a political flashpoint. The opposition demanded answers from the government on Wednesday. Union Sports Minister Mansukh Mandaviya responded by issuing a statement that also listed the money spent on Vinesh's preparations.
भारत सरकार ने विनेश फोगाट की उनकी आवश्यकता के अनुसार हर संभव सहायता प्रदान की है। उनके लिए पर्सनल स्टाफ भी नियुक्त किए गए हैं जो अपने क्षेत्र के विशेषज्ञ हैं। इनको पेरिस ओलंपिक चक्र के लिए कुल 70,45,775 की वित्तीय सहायता दी गई है।
The statement drew sharp reactions from the opposition.
देश का दुर्भाग्य है कि मोदी सरकार इस बात के लिए अपनी पीठ थपथपा रही है कि उन्होंने 17 लाख रुपया विनेश फोगाट पे खर्चा था, जो एक पूरा जीवन, जिंदगी के 20 साल भारत का तिरंगा लहराने के लिए हिम्मत करता है, ग्राउंड में प्रैक्टिस करता है। हम 17 लाख इकट्ठे करके दे देंगे स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर साहब, आप विनेश फोगाट का सिल्वर मेडल वापस दिलवा दीजिए।
The opposition sought a discussion in the Rajya Sabha on Thursday, but the demand was rejected.
It is a very important issue, not only concerned to a particular individual.
What is the point you are making?
No, this Fogart.
You want to discuss it?
Yes. Discuss. And who is behind this? And how only 100 grams.
Nothing else is going on record. Nothing else is going on record. I will not allow the House to be used as such a platform. Please, sorry. Avail the rules, sorry.
The setback suffered by Vinesh is a big talking point in Haryana, which sees election later this year.
आज राज्यसभा की सीट खाली हो रही है, मेरी अगर मेजोरिटी होती तो राज्यसभा में भेजता ताकि सारे देश को प्रोत्साहन मिलता खिलाड़ियों को।
बिल्कुल राजनीतिक स्टैंड है, जब आज सरकार होती तो कोई नहीं लगाता, ना करता, ना डर की सरकार रही थी, उस दिन ना गीता लगाई ने, ना भेजी ने, ना उस टाइम जो ना गीता को जो चर्चा में थी खूब, उस टाइम इसने जो राज्यसभा में भेजी थी गीता को, इसने जो देश भी तक नहीं बनाया जो कोर्ट से आई है, तो आज हुड्डा साहब ये कैसे करे हैं।
जो भी विनेश फोगाट को जो सिल्वर मेडल के अनुरूप जो भी सुविधाएं होंगी, उस सुविधा के लिए मैंने ये ट्वीट किया था कि हम अपनी बेटी को देंगे, उसके हौसले को हम कैसे कम होने देंगे।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his first reaction to the wrestler's disqualification, had described Vinesh as a champion among champions, India's pride, and as an inspiration for each and every Indian. That is one sentiment every Indian, regardless of political affiliation, should agree on. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, in midst of this political slugfest, there is Vinesh Phogat, who's sitting in Paris, still trying to get to grips on how she was cheated of destiny. But the politics continues. Who's politicizing Vinesh Phogat? Is it the opposition or is it the incumbent, the government? Cutting across to political analyst Ashutosh Rajat Sethi, JB Methar, Congress MP, Tuhin Sinha, BJP spokesperson, and Raghav Avasthi, political analyst. I'll cut across to JB Methar first from the Congress. JB, the fact is, today you're being accused of politicizing Vinesh Phogat. You were accused nearly a year ago where she was sitting on a pavement in protest, where you tried to politicize that protest. And now today, to try and bring it up, rake it up in Parliament, you're doing the same.
Preeti, there's no question of politicization in this. It is about the emotions of 4 billion people, and how much we celebrated today hockey's team victory, and how much we were happy about Vinesh Phogat, getting it. But the next morning we all were sad. So it's about why it happened, how it happened, the trauma she had to undergo. It's the kind of trauma when whoever at that level is trying to compete for Olympics, what she had to go through. Let me just read a tweet of Vinesh Phogat of April 12, 2023. In that she says that कोई भी मदद करने को तैयार नहीं है. क्या हमेशा ऐसे ही खिलाड़ियों को भविष्य के साथ खेला जाता रहेगा? ब्रिजभूषण और उसके द्वारा बिठाया गया डम्मी संजय सिंह हर तरीके से प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि कैसे मुझे ओलंपिक्स में खेलने से रोका जा सके. See, imagine the plight of Vinesh Phogat when she had to tweet like that, saying that there is nobody to help me. That is just 1 year back. Imagine.
Okay.
She
but
is saying
JB,
that
allow me to come in.
Allow me nobody to help me.
Allow me to come in with a rebuttal, because number one, many would say that maybe a lot of people didn't agree with her protest, but they were with her when she was fighting for India on that mat, every bout by bout. Number one. Number two, I'll give you examples on why you're being charged of politicization. Aam Aadmi Party's Sanjay Singh actually calls for boycotting Olympics. Now that's absurd, because rules are rules. We might feel passionate about it, to scream out and say that why did she get disqualified is cathartic to us. But rules are rules, JB Methar. Number two, your very own, the likes of Randeep Singh Surjewala have tweeted out, and even on the floor of the Parliament said that the Prime Minister should have gone to Paris and try to figure the situation out. This is a little absurd, JB Methar. On the other hand, you have Mr. Hooda, who's saying, if I had a Rajya Sabha seat, I would give it to her, Vinesh Phogat. Now, don't you think this is politicization?
No, it is not politicization. All these are emotions. All these are emotions. And it is about when we wanted to discuss it is in Parliament, they do not allow it in Rajya Sabha. In Lok Sabha, one statement is made by the sports minister, wherein he claims out of the 6 minutes, most of the time he is spending it on what Government of India has done, about 75 lakhs. That is too much coming from a sports minister when our pride, when our daughter is in despair in Paris, touching upon the gold medal and then losing it. So imagine, this is not how a responsible government should have behaved. When the opposition want the discussion to be in the Parliament on such an issue where, it's all about emotions. Okay. Our country has emotions.
No, you're saying these are all emotional. That is, okay. You're saying these are all emotions coming out to the fray. I'm going to bring in Tuhin Sinha, but let me ask you a counter on that, because you've also charged of the government for not aiding and assisting Vinesh Phogat. A complete elucidation of that was given by the sports minister on the floor of the House, and more so, the entire support staff of Vinesh Phogat is provided for by herself. She has handpicked her own staff. JB, that's for you.
No, see, it's a case of, you have to look at it from the point of view, what she had to go through right from the beginning. From 2021, she has been complaining to Prime Minister of India that she is undergoing harassment. And what is the step taken by the Prime Minister? Has the Prime Minister taken instead? Brij Bhushan Sharan is given all the protection. And Sanjay, if there are rules which says Olympic Association can take over a federation if there is a crisis happens. Okay. Why that didn't happen? Why
so
this Brij Bhushan Sharan and Sanjay Singh are given all the benefits
came together in this massive emotional outburst by the opposition this time around? That's what you're saying. So Tuhin Sinha, at one end you have an opposition which claims to be very emotional about the current issue concerning Vinesh Fogart. On the other hand, your government is charged of not being emotional enough. And I'll give you examples on that. Number one, it was deeply heartening right now. And I must say, the country takes so much pride. Our heart is bursting with pride to see the Prime Minister speak to our hockey players, ask them about their well-being, ask them about and congratulate them on getting a medal. You know, the same could have been done with Vinesh Fogart, if not the Prime Minister, the Sports Minister. She's gone through hell. In 14 hours, through the night, she was, before her weight became an issue, she was a confirmed silver medalist. And after that, we realized what she had gone through, not one call. Isn't that heartless?
Well, good evening, Preeti. Good evening, everybody. First of all, let me congratulate you, my fellow panelists, and all the viewers on India's spectacular performance in today's hockey and winning the bronze medal, and also the good news of Vinesh Fogart still being in contention, because I'm sure the effort of PT Usha has more results. Now, when the Prime Minister calls, I'm sure he would have called after the game, after the final match. But for Rahul Gandhi to immediately jump in and make all kinds of snide remarks, I think the Congress party needs to realize that India's sporting performances, whether victory or defeat, should not be weaponized by it to score brownie points. Have we called Rahul Gandhi Panoti till now? We have not, because we understand that sports and politics should not merge or should not come together. Now, the point is, Vinesh Fogart herself has been on record. There is a video of not more than 3 years ago where she has said that Modi ji is the best Prime Minister from the sports point of view. She has said how he gets involved personally, irrespective of whether you win or whether you lose, how he has advised her on anger issues, and how he went out of the way to ensure that she got a physio of her choice before the Tokyo Olympics of 2021. So, to make all these absurd charges, and today I want to ask the Congress spokesperson, does she, while Surjewala may have still called it a conspiracy, one demented Congress spokesperson, Surendra Rajput, goes to the extent of tweeting, you know what he tweets? Hitler जितना भी नीच हो, उसने ध्यानचंद का medal नहीं छीना था. Is that what the Congress feels about what happened in Paris?
I think fair point. But I'll tell you
Modi
what.
government has always stood with sportspersons and will always.
No, you made a very, very good point. But I'll tell you what. Many would say what's good for the gander is good for the goose. You say they are politicizing the situation. I'll hark back exactly 10.5 months ago when they were on protest. Khota Sikka, Phuka Hua Khartoos, spent force. You and I both know. Not just leaders, not just people associated with BJP, cabinet minister rank said and used these words against these wrestlers. So it cuts both ways, and that's the sad part, because standing right in the middle of it is our sir, let it be, our wrestlers. But I'm going to bring in Ashutosh.
Since you mentioned the cabinet minister, you name one. Since you mentioned.
I will.
No, plenty. You name one. You name one official. You name one minister who has called them Khota Sikka.
Okay, one second. The WFI chief the WFI chief who was at that point of time, Brij Bhushan Sharan, called Vinesh Fogart a Khota Sikka. Number two, Phuka Hua Khartoos came in from Giriraj Singh.
Where is
Phuka Hua Khartoos came? Let's not get into it because it's not a blame game, sir. That's the point.
No.
And I want to bring
what happened.
The point is, let's not get into the politics of it. Allow me to open the debate. I'll come right back to you.
No, absolutely. What happened last year what happened last year?
Make your point, sir. Make your point. You want to make it? Make it. Go ahead.
Yeah, can I? What happened last year was extremely unfortunate, but you would recall that immediately after the complaints had surfaced, the IOA had appointed a 5-member committee, led by Mary Kom to investigate the case. Now, do you doubt the credibility of Mary Kom? Do you doubt the credibility of PT Usha?
Let's not discuss
Fact
what went
is, there
down
were
with
some
the committee because there were issues raised by these very wrestlers where the committee is concerned. Yes. It's not about the committee. But all I'm trying, my limited point, Tuhin Sinha, is if a section politicized Vinesh Fogart then, a section is politicizing Vinesh Fogart now. They might be on different sides of the divide, but it's politics nonetheless. Ashutosh, I want to bring you in. The question now comes, if we want to truly honor Vinesh Fogart, because as much as we are looking at it as a ray of hope with the CAS, that she be accorded a double silver medal, it seems improbable, at least for now. If it happens, it's a miracle. What is it that we as a country can do to say that, Vinesh, you've been practically one of the greatest of all times?
Preeti, if you had asked this question 2 days back, you know what would have been the answer? The answer is very simple. Vinesh Fogart was a non-entity according to today's establishment. You very rightly said, Kota Sikka, all these things were used. Look at her even tweet. Just few months back, nobody was coming to help her. And today, the Prime Minister is writing, I am very proud of you. These two things do not go together. The fact of the matter is that no action was ever taken by the BJP against the Braj Bhushan Saran Singh. That shows neither the government nor the BJP was on her side. Every attempt was made to project her, paint her as a vamp. And she was crying on 12th April too. Now suddenly the minister stands up in the parliament and says, we spent 70 lakhs. For when she was crying, where was the minister? What was he doing? Is he hiding in some bill or somewhere? So everybody today is finding all kinds of good things in Vinesh Fogart. The fact of the matter is that the BJP should be ashamed of that they did not take any action against the Braj Bhushan Saran Singh. Where was the bulldozer? Why the bulldozer did not demolish Braj Bhushan Saran Singh's house and residence? What was the bulldozer was doing then?
But no, Ashutosh, it's always nice to say where was the bulldozer, because why would you look at, it's a case which wasn't proven. What should have been done what should have been done, Ashutosh, in my limited, okay, allow me this.
No.
What should have been done is the wrestlers should have been taken seriously and not called propagandists. But to get the bulldozer out, let the case reach a conclusive end.
Preeti, how many houses has been bulldozed after the conviction? After the cases were proved?
Two wrongs don't make a right, Ashutosh. That's the sad part. Because if it's an eye for an eye, we'll all be blind. Raghav Avasthi, I want to
be ashamed of.
But Ashutosh, if it's an eye for an eye, we'll all be blind. Let's at least, Okay.
They should be ashamed of.
All right. Okay. I want to bring in Raghav Avasthi in all of this. Raghav Avasthi, it is so sad, and I hope you agree to it, because collectively, as a community, we've got ourselves to a point where we've politicized this 29-year-old who did everything she could over 14 hours to squeeze the last gram of weight out of her body. And I hope at least we'd collectively admit that it started all the way back when she sat on that protest, had the audacity to take on the forces, was character assassinated. There was politics then by a different set. There's politics now by a different set.
There are two issues that are being mixed here. First, of course, is the veracity of the allegations that she made against Mr. Singh. Now, the veracity of the allegations cannot be proven or disproven even if she wins an Olympic gold medal. And I really hope that she doesn't retire and comes back to win another Olympic medal. Evander Holyfield became world boxing champion in his mid-40s. So I'm pretty sure that Vinesh has it in. And I would really like to use this platform to urge her to recant her decision to retire. That's one thing. The second thing is, and I'm probably the only person on the panel here who bench presses more than 100 kgs and has actually played competitive combat sports. I have two missing molars for it. So every athlete tries to reduce their weight as much as possible, because it is presumed that the lower you are from vis-a-vis your normal weight, the better are your chances at competing with the athletes who are competing in that particular weight category. Sometimes it works, but sometimes you try to compete in a weight category to which your body just doesn't belong, and then it doesn't work. So we need to have a dispassionate analysis without taking anything away from Vinesh Phogat's achievements, but the discussion has to be in silos. It cannot be that just because she was about to win a medal here, all that she said against Bhushan Sharan Singh would automatically become true. That is definitely not the case, because if that were the case, then instead of having lawyers and judges, why lawyers and judges argue or cross-examine witnesses? I think lawyers should just have freestyle wrestling bouts with each other, and issues can be proven one way or the other. That's not how things work in a civilized society. In a Game of Thrones world where trial by combats were prevalent, then we could have had a formulation like that. But in this day and age, we are in a society where there is rule of law. Vinesh Phogat's athletic achievements, even if she never wins an Olympic medal, they are worthy of adulation, admiration. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that she's a role model for young girls going forward. But just because she's doing well in a sport doesn't mean that her allegations automatically become true. That's all I'm saying.
But I would reckon everyone admits she should have been taken more seriously than she have.
But
when she made those allegations instead of being called a propagandist.
The extent to which her allegations have to be taken seriously or not taken seriously at all, whatever might be the case, has nothing to do with her achievements as an athlete. I have been saying this from the beginning. This discussion has to be in silence.
I tend to disagree, but then, maybe I'm a bit emotional about this case, because I think a lot of it also, Raghav, has to do with her performance. I think a lot of that rage she channeled into her performance, and many would say that. I want to just quickly get in last comments. JB Mehta, the true test of the pudding is in its eating. If you're not looking to politicize the situation, you're going into Haryana elections in 2 months from now. Will the Congress look at pulling in any of the wrestlers in politics, the likes of Mr. Punia, Bajrang Punia, or Vinesh herself? Or capitalize on that?
Preeti, politics and the candidates is a different matter, and I think, that's it. This is not the time to respond on that. But Preeti, let me say one thing to the BJP spokesperson who said politics and sports should not be mixed together. Who is mixing politics and sports in India? Who is mixing, who is supporting Brij Bhushan? Who is garlanding Brij Bhushan?
I'm running out of time. I want to bring in Tuhin Sinha as well.
The best of our athletes are addressing where were they?
Tuhin Sinha, I want to come you in. How is it? Because there seems to be perceptions which have been so staunchly drawn. The question is, if Vinesh doesn't get this silver, how do you honor her?
No, she's an icon and she will be honored, but I can't answer you that because, if you have to be promoted in India today, your bosses will decide. I would not be in a position to decide. But just 2 quick points. Since the Congress is aghast over the fact that the sports minister has mentioned some figures, why did the figures have to be mentioned? Because Rajpal Singh, the captain of the hockey team in 2011, had lamented that we don't even have proper sports gears. And today I'm glad that Ashutosh has endorsed the bulldozer politics of Uttar Pradesh, of Yogi ji. Why that was not used against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh? Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh would say that his entire career has been bulldozed. But anyway, had we used bulldozer against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, Rajdeep Sardesai would not have got the opportunity to meet him during elections and do that photo op. The law will take its own course, and Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is nowhere today in the system.
10 seconds, Ashutosh, I need to move on. Quickly,
I don't agree with the Raghav, but today I agree with the Raghav for the simple reason because he believes in that once you are proven guilty, you are innocent. So the same rules should be applied to all those people whose houses are in the rain.
I need to close the show, and I apologize. It's going to be a hard cut. My apologies. But let's just hope that the sliver of hope that we have for Vinesh for a joint silver medal materializes. It's going to be a miracle if it does. She has decided she wants out. She is retiring from wrestling. Let's again hope that it is a decision that has been made in an emotional state of being. But if she has decided to do so and she's going to stick with it, this is our tribute.
इस देश की जान ना, इस देश की लेडीज हैं। बात कुछ अलग सी है इनकी।
स्पोर्ट्स मेरे ख्याल से संघर्ष बहुत ज्यादा करना पड़ता है, चाहे कोई भी गेम हो, और जिंदगी में संघर्ष के अलावा कुछ नहीं मिलता। संघर्ष करोगे तो ही मिलेगा।
जितनी कोमल ये लागे है ना, उससे कई ज्यादा ताकत इनके बाजुओं में।
मैं बचपन से देखती आई हूँ कि मेरे को हमेशा मिलता है, लेकिन बहुत संघर्ष के बाद मिलता है।
हम मर्द माने या ना माने, पर सच यही है।
2024 is the year of Vinesh Phogat. Neil, it is one of the greatest comebacks the sport has seen.
Vinesh Phogat will be the talk of the town